This tool, due to being multifunctional, has the ability to solve multiple problems. Therefore, selecting a name representing its efficiency and capabilities was deemed appropriate. It is also close to the original name of the tool, Wrench, so the name of Chare was chosen for this tool. Mohammad Hassanzadeh Khatir, a talented artist, painter, photographer, graphic designer, and an inventor, an official member of the IFIA, winner of the silver medal at the World Ideas and Inventions competitions in Switzerland in 2023 for the smallest and most practical mouse, Suntech MPC. Chare projects. Parts and details of Chare. Detachable part. The detachable wrench part has two grooves. It comes in different sizes to fit into the holder device with various screw sizes. The wrench consists of several components. 1. Detachable wrench part. 2. Holder part of the wrench. 3. Holder part of the wrench turning shaft. 4. Adjustable part of the wrench horizontally and vertically. 5. The turning part of the wrench is located in threaded space on both sides of the wrench. The detachable wrench can be placed on both sides, allowing freedom of rotation for both. Without the detachable wrench. The part of the wrench shown depicts the internal space of the wrench holder. It has protrusions on the sides to hold the detachable wrench. The lower part of this device is smaller than the top, so the detachable wrench can rest on it and not fall out. In this diagram, the internal part of the turning wrench device that is circular and has gear teeth inside for movement by the turning shaft is shown. 1. Explanation. This part is in the screwdriver, drill, and central wrench. The screwdriver part with the top recess fits over the top part of the metal shaft, with the bottom recess holding the horizontal spring in the holder. 2. Explanation. In the lower figure, the process of separating the screwdriver from the holder is shown. The device holds the screwdriver. By pressing the cover backward, the screwdriver is separated from the holder. In this figure, different parts are shown, such as 1. The rotating circular part on the threads holds the detachable wrench and has gear-like surfaces for the turning shaft to move and rotate the wrench. 2. Threads that make turning the wrench easy. And 3. The turning shaft has a gear-like part in front of it, and its end is connected to the rest of the device. Also, the connecting part to the rest of the device has a screw-like surface inside it. It is placed on the holder device, and its function is to prevent the metal cover from coming out and to hold it. Small metallic device. This device has a small ring that connects to the metal ring, number 4, and a wire connects this ring to the small rod holder, which is used to adjust the horizontal or vertical position of the wrench. If we want to rotate the wrench head 360 degrees, we do not use this device and just rotate the wrench head in any direction we want. Plastic ring. It has a round shape and two screw-like grooves to lower the spring holder, and this ring is placed inside the cover. Metal spring. A strong metal spring for holding the screwdriver and drill has a horizontal shape on the top section to fit inside the holder groove. Metal cover. The part of the wrench depicts the internal space of the wrench holder. The metal cover is placed over the screwdriver, drill, and turning shaft of the wrench. Function and use. By pressing this cover backward, the screwdriver, drill, and turning shaft of the wrench are separated from the holder. Hollow rod, metallic and empty. On the front part of it, it has screw-like protrusions for connecting the wrench to it, and a hole for placing a small rod that is responsible for changing the wrench position to horizontal or vertical. After that, there is a groove where the retaining ring for the upper cover is placed. Metallic rod. The metallic rod that connects to the holder has two spiral-like grooves with a protrusion at the end and a smaller section for the spring to fit at the end. Metal cover. The metal cover is connected to the screw holder and has a protrusion at the end to connect to the handle holder. The depression on it is for movement in the cover slot. This cover is freely movable and not fixed, connected to the screw holder. Adjustment screw. It has a depression in part of it, in which the depression can be free. A free screw is present, which upon collision guides the adjustment screw protrusion downwards, preventing the rotating shaft from moving to the right, left, or inside the device and keeping it fixed. Connecting to the next piece. Closed state. In this state, the screw is closed. The screw is directed inward, and the screwdriver and wrench are fixed in this position. Open state. In this state, the screw is free and the screwdriver can move freely to the right, left, or inside. In this figure, it is shown that there is a symbol on it. If the symbol is upward, the rotating shaft is free and open. But if it is down, it means the rotating shaft is fixed or the device is in a closed state, because when the screw goes down, the screw moves from free space to inside and exerts pressure on the screw, which is placed in the grooves of the rotating shaft, preventing it from rotating or closing. There is a groove, two states 1 and 2, for adjusting and changing the rotation direction. Hollow metal rod. Through this, the rod passes with two grooves and has a groove for placing the rotation direction adjustment device. Top. A small cylinder with a gear adjacent with two protrusions inside it for adjusting the rotation direction. Bottom. This cylinder is similar to the top cylinder, except its rotation direction is to the left, and inside there is only one protrusion for rotation adjustment. Cylinder. This metal device is placed on the cylinder with a gear, one on top of the top gear and the other on the bottom gear, and its function is to adjust the rotation direction. A metal adjustment button is placed on the metal device. When the button is up, the rotation is to the right. When it is down, the rotation is to the left. When the button is in the middle, the rod is fixed and doesn't rotate. Metal adjustment button. It is placed behind the metal rod and is a semicircle with two protrusions below. Its function is to distance the two small gear cylinders inside the metal rod. A hollow metal rod on the back side with three recesses, two of which are squared and do not serve any particular purpose, is placed on both sides of the rod. However, the central recess, which is in the shape of a semicircle, is where another piece of metal is placed. Metal tube. On both sides of it, there are screw-like protrusions that are connected to the metal rod from above and to the handle from below. It also has a groove in which the cover metal depression moves. Spring. It is embedded in the handle. Its front part is connected to the end of the grooved rotating shaft is smaller, and the back part that reaches the end of the handle is larger. Its function is to press the grooved rotating shaft forward. Spring. Front part of the cover holder sleeve, a groove is present where the spring is placed. The spring holder part The screw holder part, double-sided, four-sided, and drills, each in two sizes, have grooves where the screw and drill are placed. And finally, small screws located at the bottom of the handle to hold the screw holder and drill parts. Cover holder or slip holder. It is placed behind the metal rod and is semicircular with two protrusions below. Its function is to distance the two small gear cylinders inside the metal rod. A hollow metal rod on the back side with three recesses, two of which are square and do not serve any particular purpose, is placed on both sides of the rod. However, the central recess, which is in the shape of a semicircle, is where another piece of metal is placed. Screw holder bolt. It is in the form of a half circle with a protrusion on its corner, and by rotating downwards, it holds the bolt, and by rotating upwards, a free bolt is released, and the bolt can be pulled out. Handle shape from below. Here, the handle of the wrench is shown. Below where the bolt holder and or the screw and drill holder are placed. Lock button or locking mode. When using the wrench to prevent the grip from catching the lock button, press the lock button backward and simultaneously press the handle down, so that in this case the lock button returns backward and remains fixed in that state. After completing the work, press the upper holding part flat circle so that in that case the lock button is released.